recently bought this 240D. The seller told me that one day, not so distant past, the wipers just stopped working, and they stopped right here. He didn't bother to try to fix it. Didn't drive in the rain. So I need to fix these. You know, I'm thinking, oh no, this is an indication maybe the motor burned out or something because they're just stuck in that position. But if this should happen to you, or if you have other type of electrical problems like this, you know, don't panic. As I've said so many times before, it may be something simple. So I'm going to start out by getting in the car and wiggling on the switch, working the switch back and forth, trying to determine maybe if there is a weak connection on the switch. I'm going to turn it to the low position, and then I'm going to turn it to the high position, and I'm going to work it back and forth. Look at that. Wipers are not even moving. They're not even like budging. So it's obviously probably not the switch. That's not a guarantee it's not the switch. But should I start pulling the cowling off and trying to replace the motor? There's one other simple thing that we should check. Well, what could it be here? We've got a plug right here where it goes through the firewall. But I know some of you are already thinking, I know where you're going with this, Ken. Hey, not another video on the fuses. Well, let's take the fuse box cover off. And sure enough, these are the old style aluminum fuses, and they look a little crusty. But you know, I'm looking at these, they don't look too bad. I'm going to look at the chart here, and it shows number 6 is a fuse that controls the windshield wiper and washer. Okay, number 6 is a red fuse, so it's a 16 amp, and it's this one right here. So let's have a little fun. I'm going to look real close for cracks. There's no cracks there. Let's try this. I'm going to turn the key on. I'm going to tilt the hood forward just a little bit so it doesn't hit the wipers. Let's do that. Okay, I'm going to turn the key on, turn the wipers on, and then we're just going to wiggle that fuse and see what happens. Okay, keys on. We're going to turn the wiper up. I'll close the door to get rid of that buzzer sound. All right, are you ready? This should be fun. Here's the fuse. Look at that. Oh, I've seen this so many times, and you're going to hear me harp on this until I'm no longer able to work on these old cars. But that's the problem. Can you imagine? You would have taken this into the shop and somebody would have charged you, you know, $400 or $500 or more for repairing your wipers. And it's only a fuse right there. Well, this fuse box needs a complete fuse box service, so we'll get with this. This will be one of the other projects I'm going to add to the list for this 240D. Let's take a closer look, and I think you can see why these fuses can often fool you. Look at these fuses. They don't look corroded at first glance, and if you look very closely, none of them are burnt and none of them are cracked. Even if I look real close for cracks, these fuses look okay, all right? But you already saw why they're not okay. It's because of that problem of dissimilar metal corrosion using these old style aluminum fuses. So we're going to go ahead and pull all these fuses out, do a complete fuse box service on this 240D, and I'm not going to have to worry about these type of electrical problems for quite a while to come. Look at these fuses. It's not the part of the fuse that you see, but it's the tips. See how corroded those tips get? Some of them are okay, some are not. Let's take a close look at the fuse that was keeping the wiper motor from running. Look at the tip right there. It wasn't even making contact. The other tip, not so bad, but I tell you, I see this so many times and I just keep harping on this and harping on this. So for the remainder of the month of July 2020, I'm going to put all my fuse kits on sale, so you have no excuse for not changing the fuses in your old Benz. Now I'll go back to the box and clean it up and get the new fuses installed. I'm going to clean the contacts now with the brush included in my kit. You want to unhook the ground cable on your battery before doing this. This is real important. You want to clean that area where the tip goes right in the hole, and you can clean both sides. Okay, now I'm going to install those new fuses. I'll use the chart inside the lid to tell me what size fuse goes where. And I'm going to put just a dab of silicone grease on the tip of each fuse to prevent any type of corrosion in the future. Using my special pliers and referencing the chart, I went ahead and installed all new fuses in the fuse box. Doesn't that look better? Now everything's going to work, right? This fuse box service ranks right up there in the top 10 of things you just have to do when you acquire one of these older Mercedes-Benzes.